Alcest was formed as a solo project by Nij in 2000. Soon after, the band became a three-piece black metal outfit, consisting of Nij on vocals, guitar and drums, Argath on bass, and Agner. In 2001, the band released a 4-track demo tape entitled Tristesse hivernale, on Drakra Productions. Not long after the demo was released, the band once again became a one-man entity, with Nij taking Alcest in a more personal direction. The original EP A Secret from 2005 sets out the framework that is essential for all other works of Alcest. For the first time, Nij uses his music here as a medium to channel and communicate the esoteric experiences of his early childhood. This EP, released in May 2005, is an introduction of sorts to the new concept behind the reformed Alcest. As a child, Nij had experiences of being in contact with a far-off country, which he generically refers to as fairyland. Nij could fall in the category of so-called indigo and violet children, a generation which seems to be a new species of humanity arising on Earth today. They think differently, their emotional bodies process feelings differently, their energy bodies are capable of holding stronger soul vibrations, they have a new vision to share, and they do not fit into mainstream society. Like many of them, he seems to have special psychic and healing abilities. Nij intends for Alcest to be a journey for the listener to this world through his memories. This change in concept was first introduced on A Secret, and then developed on the debut album, Souvenirs d'un Autre Monde. Souvenirs d'un Autre Monde will serve as a literal summation of the concept behind the band. It has become a standard work of the post-black metal movement and is already considered as one of the genre's indispensable classics. In August 2007, Tristesse hivernale was released by Northern Silence Productions as a split with French black metal band Angre. Souvenirs was a musical testimony dealing with visions, memories he had as a child about another world, another plane of existence which has nothing to do with the world we know, a green heaven of absolute light and beauty, beyond all that we can imagine. This is something similar to the landscapes that are describing people who had a near-death experience. A near-death experience is a distinct subjective experience that people sometimes report after a near-death episode. The term was coined in 1975 in the book, Life After Life by Raymond Moody. Since then, many researchers have studied the circumstances, contents, and after-effects of NDEs. Near-death experiencers have reported two types of experiences, pleasurable and distressing NDEs. The pleasurable near-death experiencers meet beings and environments that they do not consider to be part of the natural world. They may meet deceased loved ones or other non-physical entities. They say, communication with these beings is mind-to-mind, rather than spoken. They went to extremely beautiful environments in which objects appeared lit from within. They sometimes say they heard beautiful music, unlike any worldly music they'd ever heard. They say they felt completely known and completely loved by this being. Some pleasurable NDEs say they went beyond the light, seeing cities of light and knowledge. 3 years after, Alcest returned to the sound of black metal on their sophomore Écailles de Lune. The band confirmed all of their trademarks, calm passages, massive slabs of guitars, catchy melodies, and hook lines going straight to the heart. This time Nige was especially inspired by the seaside, the energy and the emotions of the sea at night. Nige described the album's atmosphere as terribly fascinating, full of secrets and scary at the same time. Écailles the Lune could be seen as a metaphor of how Nige managed to live with this experience, as he sometimes feels that nobody really understands and grab what he is speaking about. In some moments he feels like a stranger on earth. Musically, Écailles the Lune is more complex and progressive than Souvenirs. The intent was to make a contrasted album in terms of ambiances and intensity. Les Voyages de l'âme is Alcest's third album released on January 6, 2012. It contains the quintessence of the group's creative work to date, while Le Secret, the debut EP from 2005, was a key to the world of Alcest. Les Voyages unites everything that characterizes Alcest in terms of concept and music. The album is a prime example for the melodic and catchy side of Alcest that initially came to the fore on the band's debut album. Something that is common to all of the songs, however, is the predominant feeling of euphoria and bliss, always subtly overshadowed by melancholia and yearning. In spring 2012, Alcest were honored to play a live session at BBC, Britain's biggest radio station and promoter of the development of rock music for decades, recorded on February 27, 2012 by the producer who already captured the BBC sessions of Nirvana, Dead Can Dance, Slowdive and many other icons of alternative music. These live songs show the magic of a band that is also about to take their own place on the pantheon of rock. On January 17, 2014, Alcest released Shelter. The record is about the concept of shelter as a safe place that allows everybody to escape reality for an instant, to reunite with what we really are, deep down. Nige's own shelter turned out to be the sea, as well as the tracks of this album, all inspired by and dedicated to it. On 2016, the band released Kodama. Nige has said the album is heavily inspired by Japanese art and culture, as well as Hayao Miyazaki's film Princess Mononoke. Musically, the album is a return to the band's more traditional bluegrass sound. On January 22, 2019, the band announced that they would start recording their next studio album the following day. They announced on June 25, 2019 that the album would be called Spiritual Instinct and would be released on 25 October of that same year. Nige stated that the recording has been a long and challenging process. On August 23, 2019, the band released the first single from Spiritual Instinct titled Protection. Loudmire named the album one of the 50 best metal efforts of 2019. That's all, Metal Brothers. If you like this video, please subscribe to Metal All, and remember, support the underground metal.